Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. My name's Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. I went to Sephora and I picked up 6 of the brand new Rose Ink lip creams. These are going to be matte liquid lipsticks. We're going to be swatching them on the back of the hand as well as doing lip swatches. I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions and thoughts, and also doing like a mini review and who I would recommend these to. So if you guys are interested in those things, then let's get started. Reading off of Sephora's website as we usually do, these are $28 at Sephora, and you can purchase them on Rose Ink's website as well. There are 12 shades, so I bought exactly half of the shades that are available right now. It says that these are a whipped pigment-rich liquid lipstick that delivers long-wearing, transfer-resistant, buildable color with a smooth, diffused matte finish, and they're supposed to be hydrating and long-wearing at the same time. The highlighted ingredients include fermented botanical complex, Squalane, and Squalane. I swatched all the shades that I purchased in store, and I am so excited because upon first application on the back of my hand, they felt and looked really hydrating and creamy. So I'm excited to see how these dry down. I have the shade Dreamed You, Two Were One, Kiss and Part, Their Union, Red Red Rose, and Mortal Flame. I think that I got a good variety of the nude neutral shades, and then I have some fun colors, some reds, as well as a vivid pink here. I did not pick up any of the berry tones because you guys know I'm not a huge fan of berries on myself. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's talk about my first impressions. So I'm going from lightest to darkest. I'm worried that these are going to be very difficult to remove because they are supposed to be long wearing, but we will get there when we get there. Starting off with the shade Kiss and Part, I feel like this is going to be a very popular shade, and we'll do a little swatch right here. You can see that it's very moussey, and actually it goes on quite sheer at first, but whenever I was in store, I was kind of building it up on top of itself, and it builds up really nicely. Oh, they do have a scent. They smell very sweet, kind of fruity. I don't know if I like that, but I also don't hate it. It is a whipped texture. It's supposed to be comfortable on the lips. Serum infused to retain the moisture. You guys know when it comes to liquid lipsticks, whipped formulations are my favorite because I feel like they are the most comfortable when it comes to liquid lipsticks. And the doe foot is flat on either side, so it tapers at the very top, and it kind of like widens out at the bottom. And Kiss and Part is described as a blush pink. Okay, let's go in with a full doe foot on the lips to start. You can really smell it. Whoa, this kind of looks like my lip color. Very thin layer, but it seems to have covered my entire lip with like the full pigment. This is definitely a my lips but better type of shade for me. I really like this. So I haven't pressed my lips together because I wanted to see if I could get full pigmentation just on its own with swiping it all over the lips. You can really smell the scent. We'll see if that goes away. Typically, whenever something is scented like this, whenever I put it on, I can slightly smell it and then it goes away like fairly quickly. This is lingering a little bit longer, but I mean 30 seconds or so, you know? So this is what Kiss and Part looks like on myself. And let me go ahead and rub my lips together just to get a feel for the texture and let you guys know how that is kind of feeling and looking. Feels very lightweight. It is a very thin mousse texture. I can definitely feel a little bit of that serum that they're describing. It feels a little bit slippy. I think the last formulation of whipped liquid lipsticks I tried were the Glossier G Suits, and those definitely had more of a dry whipped texture. These definitely feel a little more slick, a little bit more serum-like, or actually a lot more slick and serum-like. I think because this is such a thin whipped formulation, it does look very diffused on the lips. It definitely can give you kind of that lived in type of lip look, but this is pretty. I like this. All right, now let's remove this. Hopefully it's easy to remove. All right, it came off pretty well, probably because I barely had it on. Like I only had it on for a couple of minutes. So I'm sure as you wear it throughout the day, you would get a lot more of a transfer proof type of wear. I will be putting in the description, as I always do, my updates on this product. So next, let's go in with Two Were One and doing a swatch of this one. Ooh, Love that. I think this one is a rosy brown. 2 where 1 is a rose brown. All right, so now I'm gonna put this on the lips. Wow. Okay, here is 2 where 1. This looks incredibly diffusing on the lips. I definitely think it has to do with the serumy, thin, whipped texture. It is so lightweight on the lips that it just kind of looks like it's a natural lip color. Like it kind of looks like your lips could be this color. I feel like if I were to dot a little bit on and diffuse the edges, this could pass off as my natural lip color because it's not building up layers of lipstick on the lips. It kind of just looks like you're wearing a lip balm. I'm very impressed so far. I love this color. This seems like my everyday type of color, something that I would definitely gravitate towards when I just want to add a little bit of something on the lips. But really, really beautiful shade. I am going to test the transfer claim on more of a vibrant shade just because I feel like that would be a lot more noticeable to tell like how much it transfers. Now we have Rosie's favorite, and this is the shade Dreamed You, which is described as a warm rose. And let's do a swatch of this. Oh yeah, definitely a warm rose shade right there. All right, let's go ahead and put her on the lips. Stop, that's pretty. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. Here is the shade Dreamed You. Definitely a true warm rose shade. I would agree with that description. I think this gives a little bit of color to the face, but it doesn't seem like it would be a competing shade for any type of, I don't know, eyeshadow look or anything. It really does just add a little bit of warmth, a little touch of rosiness to the lips. Getting into the fun colors now, we have the shade Their Union, which is described as a vivid pink. That is so pretty. I think I'm gonna love this pop of color. I feel like even when you put the product on and you press your lips together, you don't lose any sort of pigmentation. Okay, here's the shade Their Union. Such a fun, vivid pink, but I kind of feel like this is still pretty wearable, and I think a majority of the reason why is because, again, that finish, it seems to be a soft, very blurred type of finish. So even though this is a pop of color to a lot of people, it's still gonna become something I think that would feel a little bit more wearable. Oh, let's do the transfer test actually. So I've only had it on, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 minutes. So I have a feeling it's gonna transfer, but let's do a little kiss test right here. Oh, there's really not that much. Okay, so you can kind of see the corners of where my mouth would be right here and right there. A little bit of the outline, and you can see like a shadow of the color, but the entire thing didn't transfer. Let me do that again. Okay, so if you press pretty hard, there is a little bit of transfer there on the outer corners. I feel like if I were to wear this a little bit longer, let it dry down, and then like do the kiss test, I would not have the same issue. I wonder if you were to blot it and then kiss. Let's do the inside of my arm. There's still a little bit of transfer, as you can see right there, but the integrity of the lip color is pretty good. Like I said, I will be updating in the description box. Probably after I film this, I'll keep the lip color on and see how it wears through dinner. Okay, it does stain a little bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, going in with the shade Mortal Flame, and this one is described as a fiery red. Ooh, that is a fiery red. Put her on. Okay, here's the shade Mortal Flame. Such a bright color. I think that I would wear this with a darker red lip liner and then wear this on the majority of my lips, but wow. I feel like this shade would look really, really beautiful on you if you have darker, deeper skin tones to, I would say, probably like medium skin tones. I just envision this really accentuating like your glow. Okay, and lastly, we have the shade Red Red Rose, which is going to be the true red of the bunch. All right, and here is Red Red Rose. Oh my gosh, I love a whipped red shade like this. They're so yummy. All right, here is the shade Red Red Rose, but because I'm going to be using this as like my mini wear test for the rest of the night, I'm actually going to blot my lips a little bit, and then I'm going to reapply and kind of just do thin layers like that. So let me do that real quick. This is the first layer, and then I'm going to blot my lips on the tissue. Okay, and I'm going to reapply and just keep doing that until I get the intensity I want. Really rub it in. Oh my gosh, look how diffused and pretty that looks. It's kind of messy, but very diffused and pretty. A little messy on that corner, but this is the shade Red Red Rose. Gorgeous red shade. I can't say very much other than that. I think, again, the formulation, really beautiful with this red tone. I think it looks so soft and diffused and very wearable, I would say. If you tend to be nervous about red liquid lipsticks because you just feel like it would look too harsh, maybe try this one. You can blot it a little bit and build it up the way that you just saw me do. And I feel like that actually would make it a little bit more wearable, maybe a little more tolerable for someone that's not typically a red lip fan, but you want to try it out. Let me actually wipe these off and see what we're left with. Okay, good amount of staining there. I definitely didn't wipe it off evenly, but oh, there you go. Yeah, you can definitely see some staining, some more than others, obviously. These pops of color are a little bit more staining, in my opinion, even though they were on for less amount of time than these were. You can still see a little hint of the other shades here. I feel like with any of these shades though, you could definitely do that build up method that I just did with Red Red Rose if you want it to last a lot longer or if you want a little bit more pigmentation. So talking about my first impressions and thoughts on these, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, whipped liquid lipsticks are definitely my favorite when it comes to a liquid lipstick formulation. I feel like they are just inherently much more comfortable and a little bit more hydrating than something that completely dries down. I don't like my lip lines accentuated, and I feel like these do not accentuate those lip lines. I feel like they slightly fill them in, but I don't think they're completely blurred, but I don't think that they're accentuated and look bad. So that's an A+ in my book, honestly. Now, the scent of it, I'm not a huge fan of the scent. It's kind of fruity, kind of sickly fruity almost, and usually lipstick scents don't bother me, but this one is just, it kind of lingers. I don't know if any of them like went away as I was swatching and like doing the B-roll for the swatches. I still kind of smell it. Like as I'm talking, I can still kind of like smell, slightly taste the fruitiness almost. I'm hoping the scent goes away, but it's not enough to deter me from wearing these or liking these lipsticks, you know? I'm really loving how thin of a whipped texture this is. It honestly feels very serum-like on the lips. It feels very, very thin, and it definitely does feel a little hydrating. I wouldn't say that it's adding any sort of hydration, but it's not sucking the hydration out of the lips. There's definitely a difference, you know? So with something like a liquid lip gloss or, I don't know, like a glossy lipstick or something, those can tend to feel like they're adding hydration because they feel more balmy. These kind of feel like they're just holding on to the hydration on my lips, if that makes sense. I really love though how these almost look diffused, and like I was saying, they kind of look blurred, diffused, and almost like these more neutral shades. They kind of looked like they could be a natural lip color. I kept thinking in my head as I was swatching these that these could be a minimalist's dream for a liquid lipstick. I feel like they give you the same sort of intensity of a liquid lipstick, the same staying power, I think, of a liquid lipstick so far. But they're just kind of minimal. They're diffused, they're blurred, they add a little something, you know, to make you look a little put together. I feel like if you tend to do very natural makeup, like if you like your cream blushes, your cream bronzers, if you like to do just like concealer or something like that, but you want a pop of color, or you just want something a little bit diffused and blurred and still kind of be cohesive with the rest of your makeup, these would be a really good option for you. But that's not to say that my glam girls and guys would not like these. I think that this overall is just a really nice looking velvety blurred type of lipstick. I feel like I'm using a lot of descriptive words, but they're not really making sense. I hope that you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Overall, I really like this formulation. I think it's really beautiful. I love how thin it is, but it's still a whipped texture. I love the shades that I picked up. I think that they're all very, very wearable. I think that these are gonna be a lot of fun to wear, and I can't wait to like do lip combos with lip liners and stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm really excited about these. I've tried very little from Rose Inc, but the blushes, I love them. The cream blushes, I've talked about the two that I purchased. I actually have one right here in Foxglove. This is my most recent blush purchase, and I just love it. It definitely feels like these liquid lipsticks belong in the line, because for me, Rose Inc is on the same type of level as Merit, where it is a little bit more of a minimalist beauty type of line, and something that will enhance your features or enhance your natural glow and stuff like that. So I feel like these liquid lipsticks really do just fit into the line, and if you like Rose Inc products, then I think you would like this for sure. That is everything I have for you guys in this video and so far. I hope that you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any additional questions for me, if I missed anything. And again, I will be updating in the description how this lip color wears for the rest of the night. I'm only probably going to wear it for another couple hours, so I will let you guys know. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too. I am sure that I'm going to be doing some shorts on these products as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!